Hello, it's Friday the 12th of January. What we're doing today, I'm going to be showing you how to put some weed killer on your lawn and telling you why we're doing it today when you think you can't. So let's get on with it. Alright, so it's looking nice and green. The winter magic that we put on just before Christmas really paying dividends now. Now what I've noticed is big worm cast, but mainly when I pulled up all this annual meadow grass here. So there's nothing we can do about that today. The weed killer that we're going to put on isn't going to touch that, as we know. But what we'll do is in the spring, we'll cut this area out, take that, throw it away. We'll dig a patch from over there, bring it here, and then we'll overseed that, but then we'll reseed a bigger spot over there. And that's what we do. Same here, we'll just dig these patches out. What happened was in the summer when it got so hot, everything just died from the curb inwards. If you remember, I'll just show you a picture from how it looked back when we did the scarifying. So it looks a lot better now, but we just had this invasion of annual meadowgrass. So the point of today is, we're going to be killing the weeds. There's a few dandelions knocking about over there, but we just spray the whole area because we're going to be mixing in some more winter magic and some Stella. And then over here, this area this year, we're going to be scarifying and top dressing because this didn't get done, whereas this we're just going to be scarifying and overseeding any areas that need topping up. This isn't going to get any top dressing because that defeats the object of what we did. So over here again we've got some more weed grass that we'll just have to dig that patch out, and we've got a few dandelions knocking about, and over here more dandelions. To go around spot treating these, you wouldn't remember where you've been, and I don't like spot treatments because you're spraying a lot of concentrate in one spot, so you end up spraying too much and you get big orange patches. Here we've got some buttercup. So let's go and get our tank out and our weed killer and get it all mixed up. Okay, so before we get our tank mixed up with our weed killer, I did forget, we've got to cut the lawn first, so let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up that way with the rotary today, and then I'm going to go that way with the cylinder just to finish off, because what I'm finding is if I carry on just mowing that way, we're going to get ribbing, which we don't want. So I'm just going to try and negate that by mowing that way first, then we'll see how it looks and spray. Okay, so it looks alright. Let's do the other way with the cylinder and let's see how it looks. Alright, so for 12th of Jan, that is not looking half bad. Let's just see how much we've taken off. So I'll just unhook you. So even though we cut it only 3 weeks ago, maybe 4, what is it? So it was the 17th of December when we last cut it. Today's the 12th, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Look how much it's grown still. So even though the temperatures have been freezing, the grass is still growing. So if you can get on your lawn and it needs it, do it. Obviously it's frozen solid, don't even bother because you're not going to do any damage really. It's just not going to cut because all the grass is frozen, so you're just wasting your time. But yeah, for this time of year, I'm happy with that. Obviously we've got the edges which take the brunt of the roller, but we can't neglect the rest of the lawn just to protect the edges there. They'll come back. So yeah, this problem here, but generally, yeah, for this time of year, I'm happy. So let's get on with that weed killer now. Alright, so we're just going to mix our weed killer. Now it's actually Saturday today. I forgot last time I used my sprayer, I broke it. So I've had to go home and get my new one, but it wasn't worth coming back. So I just thought I'll come tomorrow because I'm going to the match. So here we are with our new one. We've got our weed killer in our thing already measured out. Resolver today. Why I'm using that one? Because we've got 3 months to kill in terms of time, so we can get this on and it'll have worn off by the time we do our seeding. If we come in March and use this, before we scarify it, we're not going to be able to do any seeding because it's going to damage our new seed. Now, if you've got a really bad infestation, you could use Weedol as well, but not the Weedol do two. They do one which is exactly the same ingredients as this, but they do another one which has 3 different ones in. So if you had a really bad infestation, you could mix those 2 together, but there is a downside to that, in that you only leave yourself with 1 application then for the rest of the year, because you can use this twice, but the other Weedol you can only use once. So today I'm just using this one, and then like after we've seeded, a month after we've seeded, if we have any weeds, we can use the other Weedol, and then if we get any more towards the end of the year, we can jump back with this. So we're all covered that way. So what I've done is I've already got my water, some of my water in here already. So we'll pour our weed killer in. So I'm using the whole bottle today because that 2 lawns combined is 250 square metres. This covers 250 square metres, so in with that. I like to put this in first with the water to get it really watered down, so that when we add this, there's no trouble with any coagulation or anything, and there shouldn't be, but if you mix the 2 together neat, then you're asking for trouble. So just get that in. We can put the lid on, we can give it a little shake. Does anybody know what the actual term is for this? Correct, agitation. So we've got that there, and then what we're going to do is, I'm just going to go on with Dan's Winter Magic at double rate. Don't need the filter for that because I know this is totally clean. Straight in with that. Went to Luton on Sunday to watch Bolton 0-0. We had our first experience of VAR with a penalty. Some people say, Luton fans and the Luton manager, think it was a penalty, and obviously Bolton fans and the Bolton manager didn't think it was a penalty, and that's the problem with VAR. But did he ever tell you, Howard Webb's in charge of that now, did he ever tell you that I used to be a referee? Those who know me well will know I used to referee about 15 years ago, and I was very good, but I was too outspoken, and that's not what the refereeing fraternity want when you're a youngster. You speak when kind of told to speak, and I didn't adhere to that, so I had to leave in the end, but was mentored by Lee Mason, the Premier League referee. So every week or once a month we had a meeting at this place in Tongmoor, and we went on some meals, and guess who I went out on a meal with? Just me, Lee Mason, a guy called Darren Hanley, who's a referee now, and Howard Webb. So maybe in a future video I'll tell you about that and the story, quite a funny story. Been out with Alan Wiley, who kept himself to himself. He didn't have any major controversy, but also went out with Alan Wilkie for a meal as well, to Tiggy's. We always went to Tiggy's. And if you remember, Alan Wilkie was the infamous referee who sent Eric Cantona off for the Kung Fu kick, and Alex Ferguson apparently booted down his door. So we'll get more into that in my next video when I'm doing a bit more of a raking or something, and I can speak for a bit longer. But today we're ready to go. I'm just going to add a bit more water to top me up. So I know I need 12 litres to do those 2. So there we go. Ready to go. Top on. A bit more agitation. Done. Alright, so that's this video done. Don't say I didn't tell you, because I have done. This is the video you want to be watching today, because we want to get this weed killer on, because as I've said, gives it a chance to wear off. So in March, as soon as the weather hits, we can get on with our renovation. So have a good weekend, take care, and we'll see you soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to join me next time on Daniel Hibbert Lawn Expert, when we'll be doing something else lawn related, no doubt. So take care, and we'll see you soon.